he's been quite vocal about the fact, Alexander ended up signing with Skills Challenge and Saudi Arabia, and he didn't want the fight with Tyson at Wembley in the UK and was waiting for the big payday with Tyson in Saudi. So can Alexander respond to that?
Umar, I can't translate this. Just translate. I need to comment on this myself.
Yeah, go for it.
We did go to Saudi Arabia just for one reason. To show the world and to show, which is more important to Tyson Fury, that we are absolutely ready to accept the challenge. He put his signature on a paper to confirm that he accepted the challenge. Now the ball on Tyson's side. He has to kick it hard now. We couldn't make it on the 29th of April. We didn't go to Saudi before. We went there after, when we failed to make it happen in Wembley. He accepted 70-30. It means that he had to go with it. I mean, he gave me a call and said, I'll accept it, 70-30. I want this fight to happen. But he had one condition. Tyson Fury, I accept your challenge. 70-30, fight on Wembley on 29th. But you will have to pay £1 million to the people of Ukraine. It's not a donation. It's not charity. It's my condition that you pay $1 million to Ukraine. Why didn't he refuse? Do you know the reason? I know, but I will never tell you this because it will completely destroy Tyson's image.
It will completely destroy his image. So we have new developments, new news concerning the negotiations between Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury. See, I was thinking, like a lot of you, that the $1 million to the people of Ukraine, or 1 million pounds, sorry, to the people Ukraine was a donation, right? But it was not, okay? It was not a donation. It was the only condition that he wanted. And he said that Tyson Fury could not do it. Okay, so this goes beyond the rematch clause, okay? This didn't have anything to do with the rematch clause necessarily. That was something that was thrown in the way, of course, like an obstacle. But it wasn't the deal breaker. The deal breaker was Tyson Fury didn't want to donate that damn money. And speaking of donations, or give that money, should I say. But speaking of donations, you look at Tyson Fury, a guy that's supposed to have donated his whole charity to his first fight with Deontay Wilder, the charity, right? For $3 million. And no one could ever seem to see what happened with that particular amount. Okay, so, but the thing, though, here's the $100 million question I have for Alexander Usyk is, why couldn't you tell? Why didn't you know the reason? You knew the reason, but you can't tell the reason. See, and that bothers me because I'm like, okay, if it will totally destroy Tyson Fury's career, I mean, I don't think that it could do much more than what it's already done because people can read between the lines. People already know that, like, hey, we know Tyson didn't want to fight Alexander Usyk after Alexander Usyk called the bluff. Everybody knows that now. Even the people that's Fury fans are like, you're right. Because it's kind of hard to keep defending a person that made these demands. Then all of a sudden, that guy said, okay, fine. And then after those demands were met, he goes and says how bad that promotional company was for taking the deal that he offered. Stand on the hill, die on the hill on the deal that you offered. Because if it made sense, then why are they so stupid as businessmen for Alexander Usyk? Tyson offered the deal. They accepted the deal. Then all of a sudden it fell apart anyway. That's the $100 million question. But then Alexander Usyk was like, well, I will never tell. I'm like, why? And the only thing that I could think of is that Alexander Usyk doesn't want to totally ruin Tyson Fury's career because maybe, just maybe, he wants him in the ring with Alexander Usyk one day to have an actual fight. Okay, because I have another video that's coming later on, but this is, I think, is more important, where Alexander Usyk was like, more action, and no talking or less talking, because that's what he seemed it was going in that direction. But of course, that's another video. But them having vital information, Alexander Usyk, that could destroy Tyson Fury's career, it just probably shows you not only that he didn't want to fight, but some other stuff, had to happen because of that. So, that's news I would like to hear, honestly, but then again, you guys tell me what you think about this interview, this new interview concerning Alexander Usyk and his manager, Alex Usyk. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!